Hello, my name is Liz Torres, and today I'll be presenting College in Quarantine. The Fulton College Online Services will provide college students who are working towards their career path as I'll be breaking down a few services that will provide students their way into a better future. In this presentation, I'll be breaking down and discussing information for mind growth. Secondly, I'll be discussing information for psychological services for COVID-19. And lastly, I'll be finishing it off with some personal advice for future college students. Firstly, I'll be talking about some information for mind growth for online student services, which include being mindful and growth mindset. I learned being mindful will provide you with a better way to focus your attention when you want to, as this will also help you in finding compassion in oneself and to others around you. Something I found important from being mindful is that a lot of people think that being mindful will make you weak and lose your chances of being successful. This mentality among students and overall people who think this way and believe this way are quite wrong. Matter of fact, being mindfulness will make you more resilient and motivated. As such, this will help you in losing stress that you build up or maybe some other kind of problems that you're currently dealing with. It also stop you from achieving your passion that you're pursuing. I've learned that teachers have a big impact on students on developing their mindset. For example, according to decades of scientific research that started a growth mindset revolution on December 2nd, 2021, several studies have shown that different kinds of praise have shown that telling a student they are smart will encourage their fixed mindset, whereas praising their hard work and efforts helps growing their growth mindset. Having a growth mindset will surely help them in taking on new challenges better, learn from them, and improve their overall abilities for the future. Secondly, I will be talking about some information on psychological services for COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused quite a bit of problem for the college students in a way of developing or even worsening the students' anxiety and not having money, since this has made them not being able to attend classes but instead make a quick transition to being online. This will be tough on the students who were working, which made the problems more different since they only had a small amount of time to correctly adjust themselves from their previous learning experience. According to stress, anxiety, and depression among undergraduate students during the COVID-19 pandemic and the use of mental health services on April 23, 2021, a few college students surveyed experienced severe stress, severe anxiety, and depression, which came approximately 44%, which is still quite a lot. However, more than 60% of students with severe stress, anxiety, and depression have never used the mental health services on or even off campus, which for me is not really a shock, since students really don't want to talk about their problems to people often, especially if they're professors. What I also found important was that even before the COVID-19 outbreak, the on-campus and off-campus mental health services were generally low to start with, mostly because students were not confident, but were lacking information as well, but mostly because college students aren't very trustworthy in the school, as one may think. They will be revealing one mental health issues to other people. I also found a few useful mental health resource hotlines for present or future college students to have. I'll name a few here: Crisis Intervention Hotline, Evaluation and Treatment Services, Suicide Hotline for Southern California, New Hope Crisis Online, Rape Crisis, CAT, which stands for Centralized Assessment Team. There are so many more other mental health services, and all of these services can be found through the Fulton College website. Just input the search bar COVID-19 support services, and there you have it. Lastly, I'll be finishing it off with some personal advice for future college students. One personal advice I have for future college students, or even college students who are attending right now, it is not to give up, because in this pandemic it has been tough for a lot of people, especially for me. It's been tough, and if you're working at the time, it probably is even more tough. You gotta stay strong and definitely take advantage of your school's resources, because those resources can be very helpful. The second personal advice that I can give to newer students, first trying to enter a public speaking class online, is to check first what kind of teacher you would like to have, because it depends what kind of teacher you have. The teaching attitudes, it can vary from what kind of performance you give in the class. Thank goodness that I have a professor who is, he's a good professor. He helps me, and so far he's the best professor I had for this class. So check the reviews that past college students have inputted, and most important advice is not to procrastinate, because it will not relieve your stress in class, especially if you take a lot of classes. Don't rush, just take your time in learning and developing your skills. Thank you. Oh, almost forgot. I have the visual aid. So I picked out these two. Just bring them. Sorry. Don't mind this guy. So I picked this one because college students are having trouble. So he has anxiety. And this one because online can be tough. It can be tough, but no matter what, you can get through it. And thank you.